Yeah, so here's the answer to the big question. Can Trump deport Americans? The answer is here and what people's opinions are in the video. Please kindly subscribe, right? So you don't forget to subscribe. Just subscribe right now before you watch a civil rights attorney who is also a black American tells us, according to the law, if Trump can actually deport them. I'll be back.
Can Trump deport black American citizens? The answer is no, not lawfully, because we're citizens. But if you ask whether he can unlawfully deport black Americans, the answer is yes, because the Supreme Court just took away lower courts' ability to stop him. If you don't believe me, let me show you how this became real after the Trump v. Casa birthright citizenship case. So in Trump v. Casa, the Supreme Court ruled that federal judges cannot issue nationwide injunctions or universal injunctions against Trump executive orders except with class action lawsuits. And those can take a while to be certified, those class action lawsuits. That means even if Trump signs an unconstitutional, unlawful executive order, judges can only protect the people who are named in the lawsuit or members of the certified class action lawsuit. Everyone else, they're vulnerable. Even if what Trump does is blatantly unconstitutional or illegal. So, can Trump deport black American citizens? Lawfully? No. But that's not the question anymore, because he doesn't need to act lawfully if there are no judges that can stop him. In fact, Justice Jackson warned, she said in her dissent, quote, "The executive can now deny people rights that the founders plainly wrote into our Constitution, so long as those individuals have not found a lawyer." And Justice Sotomayor said, quote, "No right is safe in the new legal regime the court creates," close quote. She said no right, that means no citizenship right, no civil right, no voting rights, etc. Folks, that's not theory. That's not me pontificating. That's the reality that we're living in now. Additionally, back in March, Trump told El Salvador's president he would be deporting homegrown criminals. He didn't say immigrants. He said homegrown. That means people born in the United States. So if he targets black Americans as criminals or gangbangers or threats or enemies, etc., what's stopping him from issuing an executive order to detain or to deport those people? Nothing. That puts black Americans and any other targeted group in danger. This is why they say elections have consequences, folks. So remember, stay woke.
Hey, black Americans, what y'all think about this? He could deport U.S. citizens shit. Yeah, he got the right to deport U.S. citizens. Military, what y'all doing about this? Y'all throwing y'all oath away? Your oath was to protect the Constitution. It's not very Constitution-like. He's rewriting the Constitution that y'all pledged an oath to. He's rewriting it. So basically, he's becoming a dictator now. So, I mean, could we rely on y'all to keep us safe? Or do we all just got to fall in line? I'm going to tell you like this. I'm mounting up. I'm already ready. As a black American, you try that shit with one of us, my mindset is you attacking all of us. So y'all be ready. Philly, New York, Chicago, everybody. It's 47 million black people. You deport one motherfucker, that means you want to go to war. Military ain't gonna do shit. Obviously, they ain't did shit yet. Y'all just rewriting Constitution. Nah, we not going for that shit. You deport one of us, you try that shit with one of us, we going to war. That's just a war. It ain't no mistake. Oh, it was a mistake. No, you make one mistake, then you gonna keep making mistakes. We going to fucking war. Ain't no peaceful protesting. We coming out. We coming out full-fledged. So, just letting y'all know what's gonna happen. I can feel it. I already know Trump. I know what the fuck he's going to do. This was his plan. And they gave him the okay to be a dictator, basically. Black people just mounting up. We already know what's coming. The idiot Latinos just let the shit happen. They don't give a fuck. They so want to be white so fucking bad. He's only deporting. We're citizens. Yeah. How that shit working out for you? Just mounting up.
I am still part of those people that will still argue it, right? No matter what anybody will say, I will still say, no, he won't. But let me tell you, just like the other videos I have been doing, right? I kept saying something. Never say never. Never say never, because the Trump we're seeing right now is quite different from the Trump you guys voted. You can bear me that witness. He's not the same person, right? Welcome to Global This with BJ, where we talk about topics that are really scarce to get out there, where we give you the real gist, right? We deliberate and then, we find a way around everything. So watch those videos while I'll be back with the commentaries.
So I just seen a TikTok where Trump banned all kinds of words. What did he say? Anti-racism or racism. Black with the capital B. You can't do that anymore. You have to put a lowercase b. Like, really? Really? Like, just say you feel threatened by our community. Just say you feel threatened by us. And you don't want us to, for a second, think we are equal as you. No, you want to let it be known that we are here and you are here. And I'm not talking about me as a person. I'm talking about me as a race. How do you ban words that show discrimination? Words that describe discrimination? Like, are you serious? And if you don't believe me, go back and look. Go look and come back and tell me what you found. Now, they did say in the Biden administration, he made it to where when you're speaking of the tribal natives, you have to put it with a capital T. Okay, that makes sense. But why would you take us backwards? Why are you taking us backwards? That gives off the impression to me that you don't want there to be fairness. You don't want there to be equality. You don't want to admit that African black people are at the same level as white people. You don't want it to be that way. That's sick. Go look for it. Come back and tell me what you think.
I want to step in because I see a lot of black people saying, well, they can't deport black people because we here. Honey, I know you don't think they're building all of these detention centers for immigrants. I know you can't think that. See, what happens is that, let's just say worst case scenario, they change the definition of citizenship to exclude your black ass. Now you are here illegally. And so the practice that they've been doing, running up on all these folks, they will now do to you. And they will put your ass in that jail to continue the tradition of slave labor that is already in the Constitution. They don't even have to change nothing for that. Yeah. And some people think that what I'm saying is some like real fantastical, impossible concept. It's not. The Supreme Court ruled in the Dred Scott case and basically said black people do not have rights. We are not citizens. So if anything goes left, we don't get to fight it the way that the other folks do. If you are a free black man and you get kidnapped and taken down south, you don't get due process. You don't get to fight it. Like, you don't get none of that. You better hope that somebody come and help you and save you, but it's not written down in the Constitution that you have rights. Even though you were a free black man, you were still not a citizen. Because ultimately, they would define this often by your ability to vote at a certain point in time, your ability to own land at a certain point in time. So I know some people think that we've made it so far that these things cannot be reversed. And I just don't ever believe that. The fact of the matter is the 14th Amendment was only put in that Constitution in response to the Dred Scott case and after black people had fought in the Civil War. But you got enough black folks now who are willing to weaponize their blackness to go along with white supremacy, that they would help them come up with a definition that included them. This is why I keep saying we are at a crucial crossroads for what black identity is in this nation. And folks are going to be forced to choose. Am I black or am I American?
Hey fam, I'm coming to you. I didn't forget about you. I know that I have to give you the list of famous black socialists in American history. And I'm going to do that. Okay? I'm trying to figure out a way to present it to you. But I want to speak to you about something else today. Has anybody noticed how nice a lot of immigrants are now to African American people when we come into businesses that weren't before? Now, my very first video that I did regarding all of this was months ago. And I was telling people, my family and friends and people in my community, Trump is going to challenge birthright citizenship. I knew it was coming, so I made a video about it. But sometimes when black Americans, African Americans, however you identify, Moors, whatever, Hebrews, whatever, people have a tendency not to pay attention to your word because of their own ingrained racism, okay, especially immigrants. But now that this white man, the little orange man, your president, that got up and told you that the 14th Amendment has nothing to do with you, that was for slaves and their babies, people are starting to get an understanding of who black Americans really are. Okay? So I want to move on to something. In my very first video, I said something about being a part of the American Storybook. There are only 6 groups that are part of the American Storybook. Black Americans, Native Americans, Irish, Scottish, Germans, of which Trump is German, and the Chinese. That is the American Storybook. Period. I'm going to give you an example of that. When George Floyd was murdered, okay, by the police, the world showed up. The world. France, Russia, Spain, all down in South America. They were protesting in Brazil, all around Peru, everywhere they were protesting. In Japan, they were protesting. Africa, places you never heard of. Okay, like Putin said, he woke up in the morning and there was a protest in Russia about George Floyd. That's when you know you're a part of the American Storybook. Now, a lot of South Americans, Cubans, Africans that are here, Asians, Indians that are here, they're being deported. And their own countrymen back home are not even protesting their deportation. Those same people, their same countrymen, when George Floyd died, it was murdered, I mean, they were protesting those countries. Those countries are not even protesting for them. And they were protesting for George Floyd. That's when you know you are part of the American Storybook. See how that goes? I'll give you a better example. If, you see, unfortunately, there's been some murders that have taken place of politicians. And it's very heartbreaking because none of us should take politics that serious, that we're going around murdering each other, murdering politicians and people and all of that nonsense. Okay? And in the world that happens, assassinations, so forth and so on, they come and they go. Imagine what would happen in the world if Trump, whether you like him or not, or Obama, whether you like him or not, got assassinated. The world would shut down. The world would shut down. Do you understand that? The world would shut down. If Trump or Obama got assassinated, that's when you know you're a part of the American Storybook. When people in the world show up for you. People in the world are not showing up for these people that are being deported. Half of America is not showing up for these people that are being deported. When George Floyd passed away, the world was at the footsteps of America. The world. It was like something I had never seen before. That's when you know you are a part of the American Storybook. So now that Trump, whether you want to call him a racist or whatever you may want to call him, now that he got your mind right, everybody's singing a different tune. Because when we tried to tell people, when we try to speak to you about American history, because of who we are and the color of who we are, we don't know what we're talking about. We don't know what we're talking about. But now that white man then got on TV, and excuse the expression, got everybody fucking mind straight about who's who, not everybody listening. We are not immigrants to this country. We were kidnapped and brought to this country. They didn't go to Africa and get slaves. They went to Africa and got people and kidnapped them and brought them to this country and made them slaves. And when slavery was emancipated, which is not, slavery is still allowed in the penal system. That means if you go to jail, slavery is allowed. That's in the Constitution. We were brought here and forced into slavery. And we were not just brought here from America and forced into slavery. Some so-called black Americans, their lineage goes back to the Polynesian Islands because there was slavery there. Okay? We got Hawaii the same way we got this. We conquered them. There's only, they said, about 10,000 true Hawaiians really left. The Hawaiians that you see on TV where they looking like they from Korea and all of that and half white, they're Hawaiians because they were born there and naturalized there. And they've been there a few generations. Those are not real Hawaiians. Those are not real Polynesian people. They brought in slaves from everywhere, black people from everywhere, including the ones that were already here before slavery. Don't you ever think that you know our history better than us. When we tell you things, you need to shut the fuck up and listen. Because the life you save may be your own. Because a lot of immigrants come here, they think they know every fucking thing. And that includes a lot of white people. They never pick up a book. They think they know more than you about you. Okay, so everybody's having to find out the hard way who you are. We were God's first creation. We are mothers and fathers of this planet. Black women hold the essence of every single human being and group within them. That's who we are. We are the chosen ones. And no matter, and I'm so happy because there were a lot of brothers and sisters that wanted to get out and then help, and they tried to help by voting, and guess what? God said this time, nah, I'm not even going to let you help. I ain't going to let you save nobody from this. So family, stay prayed up, stay out of those protests, and keep your mouth shut, okay? Because we got to prepare our own strategy about what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, okay? Stay safe. Love you.
So I'm back here, right? You see the reasons why I said there is no point for Black Americans and African immigrants or African Americans to be having this back and forth. You understand? Right now, we don't know the situation of things, but we're praying that things still work in your favor, Black Americans, because you guys have suffered for that country. And I will keep saying it. You people deserve, in fact, they share. You people deserve that country. You understand it? But then, why we keep praying that nothing happens? Because we never can tell. Anything can happen. That's why I keep saying, please, this fight, I don't like it right now. Do you understand? I really do not like this fight you guys are going into right now. I don't, because what if he does it? Imagine him sending you to a country you don't even know anything about. Let's say maybe South Sudan. You understand? Because it might come very, very harsh. It might come very harsh. What if you're being taken to places like Libya? You get it? Or maybe you're being taken to places like Nigeria. That is it. I keep saying it in my videos. Expect anything. I'm telling you, expect anything. The thing is, a lot of people thought, oh, that he's coming with good intention because of the kind of things he said, right? But some people never trusted him too. That's the truth. I know some blacks personally that never trusted him. And they're like, no, we don't trust this man. I didn't vote him the other time, and I'm not voting this time. And to be honest, they didn't. But I just pray everything goes in your favor and nothing bad happens. Where I'm worried is where he is banning words with blacks to be written in small letters, not capital letters anymore. In fact, banning the word black. Don't it ring a bell? Don't you think it's even suspicious? Do you not? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Anyways, let me see it in the comment section, right? Please, if you have not subscribed, make sure to go subscribe, like, comment, and share this video so that we can get people's opinion, right? And then I'll be back with a good one. Bye.